Continuing on with the orange juice can example, I have here the initial 30 data points. Where am I? 30. And I've got another 24 data points. So we've got a total of 54 data points. But after data point 30, there were some improvements on the machine, and I've identified different stages. So I got a before and an after machine adjustment or improvements in my process. And I want to compare these two stages on my P chart. So going to my control charts, my attributes, and my P chart, I'm going to graph up the defects. Each of these defects is based on a sample of 50 cans from the line. And under our options, when we go to estimate, we are omitting, which ones was it now? There. All right, we are omitting subsamples 15, 23. Hopefully that's right. And I'm also going to go to this tab that says stages. And we are going to define the stages by this thing called stage. And it will begin a new stage when it sees the word after. So it will count all those 30 befores as one group, and then the additional 24 afters as another group. Alright, say OK to that. Oh, wait, now hang on. And I also want to, under the display, I want it to show me the control limits and the center line for both stages. Say OK to that. And so now what I have is this, and here's my first 30 data points, and these were the limits we got after we removed samples 15, hopefully that was right, yep, 15 and the 23, and we said this one here, subsample 21, there was no assignable cause for that, so we couldn't remove it. So this is the these are the control limits and the center line. So we had roughly 21.5% defects under the first 30 samples. But if we look at the additional 24 as separate, then we have seen a pretty major improvement in the process. It's still not fantastic, but almost half of the percent defectives, from 21.5 down to a little over 11% defects. And I can see that my control limits are a lot, well, certainly my upper control limit is a lot lower than it was originally, and my lower control limit is lower as well. And that's good because it's going towards 0 defects, which is really what I want to happen. So this is one way you could display your data. And in your notes now I went in and I changed up the titles and so on. But just to show you this again, I think we could have, under our P chart options, we could display each segment in a different chart, I think. So I'm going to turn this one on, see what happens. And now I get, I get two separate now. I get, no, where am I going? I got two panels here. So this is the data before the machine adjustments, and these are my data after the machine adjustments. So up to you whether you want to display it this way or this way. Point being here finally though, is that if we were going to use these control charts for subsequent data and use it for monitoring purposes, we would use the after machine adjustments only. We would basically discard these first 30 data points.